Today we'll be raising and checking out Mualani's signature weapon, Surf's Up. As usual, we do gotta finish raising it. We have been farming a bit here in the background, and since the actual materials aren't open today, we had to do all of that yesterday, so shouldn't be too much farming, but most likely we'll need some enemies here. There's level 60 anyway. I see. Okay, so yeah, we're actually missing both of these now. These are the elite materials and the little guy materials. We'll start with the crafting station. We'll fuse everything we have into the grades we need, which I'm pretty sure was the blues. I really hope so. Oops, didn't mean to use Dory. Actually, got a bonus from Sucrose, awesome. Okay, we don't have a ton of those. Still not totally used to all the new materials, but I'm pretty sure we already need purples. Oh, and that's still not enough, not even for level 80. Usually the farming would start for the last star, but we're not even there yet. Wayab manifestations. As far as I'm aware, the adventure handbook still doesn't show them all. According to the interactive map, there's only 9 of these guys. That is not going to be enough. Knowing that, the adventure handbook probably will show us all of them, so let's just go. 2 blues and 8 greens is a big drop though. Probably should have swapped my team. I just ran into a Hydro one. Ooh, we got a purple from this one. I don't think I've ever seen a tin drop from anything ever. They definitely drop more than the typical elite. I'm not sure if that's because of world level 9 or just the general buff to drops or just these enemies in particular. There must be more than 9 because the one I just did and this one are not on the interactive map. So I think it's just not updated yet. Also, I just want to quickly mention while we're farming here, by the time I release this video, I should have hopefully finally launched my tech channel and released my first 3 videos. The first 2 of which being a little bit more satirical. But yeah, if you're interested in tech or my take on it, would be awesome if you'd check it out after this video. Yeah, they're actually not that hard with just one appropriate element. And we got another purple here, very nice. This one was on the interactive map. Next, I mean, still a bunch of the small materials, but yeah, I am of course just defeating every enemy I come across on my way because I need all of this stuff for Mualani. Is this not another one? This one wasn't on the interactive map or the handbook. I just randomly stumbled across it. Maybe some of these I'm finding are like one time. Another purple. So we are having some decent luck and we're getting quite a lot of this other material as well, which is good. Oh, and I think that was all the adventure handbook is gonna show me, which really wasn't a ton. Yep, I'm pretty sure that wasn't even 9. So we'll use the interactive map for the rest. Should be one right around here. There's apparently some kind of underground area over here. Okay, never mind. This one actually wasn't underground, so we can get it. No purples from him either. The Geo ones are the worst. Did get a purple this time. Worth it. 2 more according to the interactive map over here in the watery area. Yeah, the Hydra ones, at least in this team, are way easier. And then one way over here. Okay, we do have a teleport close by. And we did get a purple from the last one. I still don't think that's gonna be enough though, but we'll see. I mean, I do assume there are probably more somewhere and the map just isn't fully finished yet. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot. We have 105 greens, making us 35 blues and 5 bonus Sucrose. Jesus Christ. That's not enough purples though, I know that for a fact, because we need like 27 for the last star. Unless Sucrose goes absolutely insane with these bonuses. 2? Actually, I mean average, but all right. I also don't think we're too far away though. Oh wait, is that enough? I mean, we did get a lot of raw purples as well, which I didn't really factor that in. We'll see here in a second. Oh my God, look at that. Exactly enough, exactly. The only question is, did we actually farm enough of this stuff? It was open yesterday. It won't be open again for like 2 days, so I really hope so. Ayaka bonus, just to be on the safe side. Ooh, 4 on 19. Ayaka never lets me down, actually. 2 on 27 is fair, it's fair. Oh my God, we we were a little over careful, I suppose, but I guess we'll need these for another character. We're only gonna make what we need though. Okay, that definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Elites drop a massive amount of materials. But yeah, taking a look at the base stats, it's pretty much what you'd expect from an HP scaler. Low base attack, high crit damage, obviously perfect for her. Talking about the passive, it is worded pretty strangely, so I think we're gonna have a live demonstration for that. But also let's just read it first. So we got 20% HP here. Once every 15 seconds for the 14 seconds after using elemental skill, gain 4 Scorching Summer stacks. Each stack increases normal attack damage by 12%. For the duration of the effect, once every 1.5 seconds, lose 1 stack after a normal attack hits an opponent. Once every 1.5 seconds, gain 1 stack after triggering a vaporize reaction on an opponent. Max 4 Scorching Summer stacks. So what I think this means is that after using elemental skill, you're in a special state for 14 seconds and you start with all 4 stacks of this normal attack damage increase. And for each normal attack you do, you lose 1 stack. but if that normal attack vaporizes, you get that stack back. It'll probably be the easiest to see on someone like Neuvillette, so we're just gonna give it to him for now. Okay, this is a little off topic, but I think I just realized something. Does one of Neuvillette's idle animations actually make him wet? Hold on. Yeah, it does. I never noticed that before. Okay, so if we do elemental skill on this dude, you can see all these little icons surrounding Neuvillette. There does appear to be a 1.5 second cooldown on losing a stack, also on gaining a stack. This cooldown doesn't matter in Mulanni's case because she takes longer than 1.5 seconds to attack anyway. Her Sharky Bite has a 1.8 second cooldown, but most other characters can do attacks faster than 1.5 seconds, so that is something to consider as well. One other question I have is, does it matter who's triggering the vaporize? That will of course change some things, and it's something we also have to test. I think to test that part, we're gonna use Xian Yun. So if we, for example, have Shanling and Xingqiu doing their off-field Pyro and Hydra application and just have Xian Yun spamming normal attacks, will she keep the stacks? That's what we're trying to figure out. Pyro Cube actually should make it a lot easier to see. We don't even need to use Shanling in this case. So there's our elemental skill, and now we're just gonna keep spamming basics. So we are doing vaporize. I do see that popping up, but I'm pretty sure we're already out. Yeah. There's no stack icons on her anymore. So yeah, to make absolutely sure it is the person equipping it that needs to trigger vaporize to get the stack back, we're gonna be using Neuvillette. We're just continuing to normal attack, and we still have the stack markers there. We have them for the entire duration of the skill now. Confirmed, confirmed. So yeah, usually when we get to the part where we talk about if it's good for anyone else, I am mostly talking about the passive. Most signature weapons have good base stats for several characters, Neuvillette especially, and the passive isn't totally useless as he does get HP. But Neuvillette in particular does not care about normal attack damage increases. He does charge attacks. So outside the 20% max HP, the passive is useless. I do think though he is one of the best, if not the best use cases for it because of the perfect stats here. They are exactly the same as his signatures, and Surf's Up gives 4% more max HP than his signature. You do lose 42% charge attack damage bonus and 8 energy regen. Maybe R5 Sacrificial Jade comes close, though I don't feel like he needs that much crit rate because he is a very good user of the Hunter set, but still 37 crit rate and 64 HP is kind of hard to beat. But yeah, this isn't specifically about Neuvillette, so let's look at the rest of our Catalyst users. I'd say it's good for pretty much all the main DPS Catalyst users, purely for its base stats. Even attack scalers like Miko will still appreciate the massive crit damage. I would say it's going to be not good for most supports like Xianyun, Nahida, Kokomi, because they typically want different stats, attack, EM, HP. Besides that, I think both Klee and Yenfei could take some use of the passive. As far as I remember, they both are primarily charged attack DPSs, but they do normal attacks as well. And they should be able to keep the stacks up relatively easily being pyro characters, but it's something I'm gonna have to try out. Like if you are dead set on being a Klee main, I can't imagine there are that many better options for her. Maybe Risley's if you're in a Farina team. I'm sure the Klee meta has probably changed, but I'm just gonna go off intuition here. I'm basically just looking for enough Hydra that we can guarantee some vaporizes with Klee. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna do some jumpty bumpties to start. They're all dead. So I mean, she was pretty good. We do still have the stacks, even though we did do a normal attack and stuff. So we probably need to find something a little harder. All right, sorry buddy, but we're gonna have to wake you up. All right, here we go. Go Klee. Gonna do some charge attacks. There's a charge attack, some normal attacks as well. Do we still have the stacks? I think we do, yeah. I mean, yeah, I do definitely see Vaporize popping off at least every 1.5 seconds or something. So yeah, I mean, it does work with Klee. You know, I'm sure there's a couple people that still main her and still like to play with her and stuff. So good to know, I guess. As far as I know, since Klee was such an early 5-star, she doesn't have a proper signature, or maybe it's supposed to be Lost Prayer or Skyward. I don't know. Speaking of which, we can get this bad boy to R5, which is kind of cool, I guess. So sure, why not? So I'd count that as a bit of a success, you know. A couple characters is not going to be totally useless for. If you don't have Neuvillette's signature, you know, base stats and the 20% HP are good, obviously. But yeah, not much more to say. I was thinking about it for Wonder because he is essentially a normal attack DPS, but I feel like he'll lose the stacks too fast. I know there are some funky things you can do with some Animos like Kazuha where you can like double swirl, but to be totally honest, I'm not sure if that would even count as Vaporize if you could pull that off. So I'm not even going to get into that. After using E though, he is, I would say, definitely the fastest Catalyst normal attacker in the game. So he should be able to get off at least a couple normal attacks before, you know, the damage boost starts going away. That might be interesting to see. Just make 100% sure I actually understand that correctly as well, that you can only lose a stack up to every 1.5 seconds. How they word some of the descriptions can often be very weird and confusing, so we should test it actually. It should be easy. We're just going to press E and do 4 normal attacks as fast as we can, and if we still do have any of the stack, then there's 1.5 second cooldown. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, what? Are they all gone? Oh no. Is it actually just 4 normal attacks? We have the stacks. 1, 2. What is going on? I guess what it could be is that the visual I'm looking out for doesn't mean what I think it means. I feel like when we don't have those little stack markers floating up, we don't have any stacks, but maybe it just means we have less than half stacks. I think the only way to properly test this is just to look at the damage numbers and see if they go down. So base damage is 68 without the boost at all. I'm pretty sure I was right in the first place actually, because I saw the same number twice in a row while we were in the middle of the stacks. So hold on. 88, 83, 83, there it is. Those two normal attacks were within 1.5 seconds of each other, so we didn't lose a stack from that. There is indeed a 1.5 second cooldown on losing stacks, so faster attackers can take advantage of the normal attack damage increase for a little longer, which means I don't think it'd be horrible for Wonder. Obviously his signature is still better, gives him a lot of base attack, which, you know, he's an attack scaler, so it's nice. Gives him way more normal attack damage bonus increase and more consistently, but if you don't have his signature and you just happen to randomly get this one and you like Wonder, sure. I wouldn't pull it for Wonder, obviously, but if you got it accidentally while going for Kazuha's sword, you know, it's something. Oh man, I hate when stuff like this happens. Outside of just purely looking at damage numbers, there's no way to track how many stacks one has, so often I just rely on the visual cues. In this case, it's not good because when you have 3 or 4 stacks, you have these little markers coming out of you. When you have only 1 or 2 stacks, you just have bubbles and these lines coming up. But those are the only two like visual representations you have, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 stacks. It was my mistake to assume that because these little symbols were gone, that the stacks were gone. I've been talking about this stupid stack mechanic for at least the last half an hour. I will try and shorten it down as much as I can, but that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.